Hi, this is Pad, success coach, speaker, and author of a book called Team Me. Now, the other thing about, I said I'll talk about the construction of the book. Well, we've got all kinds of diagrams that will give you good understanding about what's necessary at any one time to explain how things are going. We've got some simple descriptions of the archetypes themselves, nice and succinct, nice and clear. And we also then have peppered throughout, in fact it usually starts every chapter, I have a short sequence of what we call the Legend of Oakenthor. Now, the Legend of Oakenthor is set in a kind of mythical land with 6 key characters. And it talks about a guy who, he's a young prince, didn't expect to be given the position of the throne because there was an older brother who was being groomed for that position. And yet, there's an accident, his father dies and his older brother dies in the same moment, and he suddenly has the whole kingdom thrust upon him. The story does center around the ascension of Prince Sapler, who takes the throne of his father, King Oakenthor, and has to then learn the ropes, basically. But very quickly he realizes that he has advisors available to him. There's a general called Armadig, he's the general of the army. He represents the warrior. You then have Treya, who is who's like the diplomat, and we would call her like the lover. We have Takoya, who is a bit of the mystic character, who's very good at it. She's very intuitive and able to see things from a different angle than other people necessarily would. So she's the mystic character. We've got a jester fellow as well, called Hugo, who you'll see plenty of. And then we have the sage. Sagittarius is the sage, kind of makes sense, who brings the logic, the reasoning, the sense of history and understanding. And through those characters, facing the various challenges that they do throughout their journey together, you will then see the archetypes explained in a metaphorical sort of way. And it really, really helps people to understand the dynamics that take place in these relationships. And so you go from the mythical story context, which takes your mind off into a fantasy land, and you learn things in a very different way. And then we go into the practical stuff, which is, okay, so in real life, this is what we're dealing with. This is a little story which backs it up as a real life situation. And then we get back into the mythical land of the Legend of Oakenthor, building on the lessons, building on the stories all the way through, and gives people an amazing journey, so that they come out at the other end feeling like they know themselves better, they are understanding relational dynamics that much better, they understand teams they're working in that much better, they understand motivations, they understand values, and the things that cause them to do what they do the way that they do it. Because ultimately all performance is based upon that one tenet, isn't it? If we can change what we're doing, the way we're doing it, at the time we're doing it, we're going to get a different result. If we work carefully on that, we'll get a better result. And so that's really the whole tenet of the book. You know, if you can step up now, will you now step up? That's the challenge at the back of the book. If you want to get out of stuck, if you want to step up significantly, then an understanding of archetypes will give you an amazing foundational understanding of really what's going on inside of you, so that you can build on that and daily see better results in your life. That's the book. It's available on Amazon and pretty much from any online bookstore, as a paperback, as a Kindle, and there's other versions out there too. So if you put in Team Me Pad, those 3 words, you'll stumble across Team Me and all of that material. There's an audio version as well. Sadly, it doesn't have the Legend of Oakenthor in it, but it does have all of the lessons, and it's backed up with the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra, so it gives you a really rich audio experience, and there's a real sense of journey to that as well. 2.5 hours long. If you prefer to hear it, that's a great thing to do. Some people actually have got the book and the audios because they hear it differently when I'm speaking it than they do when they read it themselves, and they get it in a different way. So signing off, this is Pat, success coach, speaker and author of the book Team Me. Go for it, build on your understanding and experience, get into the world of archetypes. I really encourage you to do that. And I'd love to hear your stories, because I've been getting so much feedback from people saying it was simple, I got it, and my life has been significantly improved because of these lessons in my life. So go for it. Hope to hear from you soon.